I will say, personally, I'm very involved in organized play. I might not know how to play a card game,
Can
but
you
I
hear it
like to
now?
really understand judges, organized play, and what works and what doesn't work. So I noticed last week and early this week, our focus really has been on R&D. Sorry. A lot of work to do. Yes. And we had a pretty tough meeting either Friday or Monday where we're going to make organized play better, but we don't have to focus on that anymore. We love what we're doing. We love the turnouts. We want to make the turnouts bigger and better. We want to continue. We really believe we have the right plan in place. I think my dog's here. Sorry. So we really have the right plan in place. We really like the $10,000 prize pools at the championships. We just pretty much wrapping up season one in the regionals. Attendance has been around 32 players. Some have been higher, some have been lower. Reassures me that we want to come out in early 2020 with Argent Cups. So if your location had a regional and it didn't go very well, but you got 16 players, 12, that's a pretty good store. We're going to reward them with what is called an Argent Cup. Maybe your store, Northeast, out West, Canada, just doesn't have that community built right now for a regional. We're going to come out and we're going to reward them with a cup. Might be less regionals out there, but cups. If you go back and read anything, I said cups were coming. So we're tweaking it. There's a post maybe a week or two old that asks for some feedback on what you like to see in cups. And the way I'm thinking about it is it probably won't have national invites, unfortunately. But you go to a championship or a regional, we're going to have stuff in there for the players to chase, promo cards, ways to get promo cards in there, and ways to get buys at the championship. So you get 2, 3, how many round buys we decide to do, and so forth. So that's pretty much organized play. We like where it's at. We're pretty excited. If you're coming, am I missing anything on organized play?
No, I think the LGS kids are doing really well for us.
Yeah.
The community seems to really love them.
Yeah, unfortunately, between set one, set two, the expansion packs, organized play did go down in the stores. The October kits are about 3.5 weeks old, and they're doing their part. So we're pretty happy with that. We're tweaking those around a little bit. They can be split into building good communities and so forth. So that'll lead into Columbus. I don't have anything to show you. I don't know if I remember, but I worked Monday most of the day, or was it yesterday?
Yesterday we finished
So
the stuff.
So we retweaked the VIP package. So tomorrow we're going to have the next promos for our company arrive, and part of that
New
is
VIP
6 or
package looks
7
pretty good
serial
too.
number cards. So we're going to add a serial card into the VIP package. Most likely, how I would like to do it, I actually would like to announce what the VIP promo is going to be at Columbus. Then the next championship, add another card, and then it just become a random card because those are the most expensive promos we do, the serial number cards. So that's what that is. We are going to spoil 1 or 2 of those that we're going to give out, so you can get that VIP package. We added a foil shard. The promo pack we added last month at Richmond, or was that this month? So hopefully we're giving you that value to come back, introduce cards into the game, and that follows back up into the organized play LGS kits. So that's pretty much Columbus. If you register before next Monday, it'll probably be midnight. I guess the secret is probably when we come in Tuesday morning. If you register by next Monday night, you now will get a, what are we giving them?
Full art dragon hole.
Full art dragon hole.
Nice,
So that's not a foil full art yet, but that's coming in a different way. But yeah, so if you register, it's a registration reward. Instead of waiting for a certain number of players to sign up, we figured that we would like give it to you for registering earlier. Then Vince and Damien, these guys are setting up at that event, they know how many players are coming, a better number. For instance, when they left here on Thursday going to Richmond, there were 60 players registered,
Right.
and you guys end up with 140.
Correct. Yeah.
So that influx of 80
Damn,
players
calling people
might
out
not
in the
have us
comment
change
section.
the
Oof.
room around or anything like that. So, but so I think that's all I have for Columbus. I'm not sure prize pool stays the same. One other thing we're going to introduce for Columbus is at Indianapolis, we spent a lot of time with Ares, Mike Carboni, working on teams. I feel teams are extremely
There we
important.
go. Team Wars, guys.
And he wasn't able to get the software ready for Richmond. We waited a little bit. And so we're not going to wait for the software to get ready, but we want to introduce what we're going to call Saga Team Wars. I don't know if we have an official name yet.
No, we haven't nailed anything down yet.
So we're definitely going to do what I would call Saga Team Wars. The gist of the Saga Team Wars is it will have at least 3 members. So you'll come in, you'll get a lineup card. You're going to write the 3 players' names on that card. And during the event, it's pretty simple. It doesn't affect the event. It's played off during the event. You're going to have your Swiss standings, the points each round. So each player's points are to be calculated. And then at the end, the top 2 teams will play off for a champion. So if you're second place after points, you'll play the first place team, and whoever wins that will actually be the champion of Team Wars. And this is a way to introduce next year. We hope to run our first team Saga championship.
Yep.
So that's why we picked 3 players per team. Some of the
3v3s.
reasons Team Wars are taking so long to get into the software system is pretty complicated for Mike to program that without messing up anything already. But we want to have fun with Team Wars. You could technically have a team, and we'll allow you to have 2 teams. If you're everyday gaming, you could have everyday gaming team A, everyday gaming team B. So you can have up to that. When we roll this out,
Everyday gaming call
once
out.
you're on the team, you're on that.
Not true duelist.
You have to be
Surprise.
released, trade it. We'll have some fun with that.
Yeah, definitely.
So we want to build up the teams. We've been talking about it for a while, talking about it not as long as getting this studio set up, but so we'll roll that out. You'll come in, you'll register, you'll get a lineup card. You're going to turn that in. Then our judges will track those points. Now, the pricing, we want it to be fun. It's additional. The pricing will be more promotional products, maybe metal cards, maybe a jumbo card. We'll come up with some pricing ideas. We got different stuff, but the main prize is the team that wins will be able to get from our ARG partners, our custom ARG custom partners. You guys will have a uniform design with them, and we're going to produce your team a team uniform. So
Pretty good
we'll have an
prizing.
Argent Saga logo on it. But hopefully your teams have logos. We'll put together, we'll work with you. And it takes probably about 3 or 4 weeks to design, print it out, take it to the seamstress, and so forth. So we're going to go ahead. We want to work with teams. We want to provide you with the jerseys. We want to let that lead into Argent Saga Team 3vs3 Team Championships. So that's pretty much organized play. We'll stick this on there 3 different ways. So organized plays, Columbus, and Team Wars. We'll stick around definitely after the set 2. I actually don't know if I know what you're doing for the set 2 update. So after that, we'll take some questions and stuff like that. So before I turn over to Damien, the last thing, it shouldn't take too long, right? Products. I mentioned promos. We're getting new promos. They arrive tomorrow. So you'll start seeing some different promos for the future events. Products, not too much on the product line. We have a booster set coming out.
Ooh, set 2 in hand.
3 weeks or so. So we have a booster set, Revelations. I think we've been spoiling some cards in this set.
Yep.
I'm not sure, but could I open a pack up?
Yeah.
Would I be spoiling anything?
You might spoil some new cards.
Will I get a 002 mutation? And I just retire.
Oh shit!
No.
It's a common.
Okay, so maybe at the end here, I'll go ahead and I'll open a pack out of this.
Yeah.
Might see
And
some
then the only
spicy
other
stuff here,
things we're
guys.
working on for the future is there's unfortunately not going to be a product in December, but in January we are going to launch a different expansion pack, expansion pack 3.
Yep.
Does it have a name?
I don't know if we have a name for expansion pack 3.
Conviction. So expansion pack 3 Conviction for January, I believe. Now, speaking of criticism and feedback, and there usually has been a lot of feedback on expansion packs. Most people like it, but there's a good amount of people that don't like it. One of those reasons was foils. Stores have reached out to us. So we thought it was a great idea. I remember Brad coming to my office. He's going to foil up 1 out every 12 will be an all foil. So expansion pack 3 will not have a foil pack in the display box of 12. So the price comes down from $25 to $20.
That's good.
More
foils, less money.
I've been told with R&D and Brad and then some Mike that we will not put like towers or champions or spirits.
Legendaries, we're going to try to avoid.
Legendaries. We spent a lot of time on expansion pack. We listened. Is there anything? We probably shouldn't say we're never going to release that, but not because I mean it might be a good way to get an alternate art out, but maybe not. We'll see if this reward registration works. But what else do you know about expansion pack 3? You worked on it pretty hard.
So we really like the design of expansion packs. We just need to be more careful of what we put into the expansion packs, and that's kind of our main focus with expansion 3.
Yeah, and my original idea was kind of introducing the living card game, get some cards out there, change up the formats a little bit. But it was definitely something we did in between set 1 and 2, just to get another 25 to 50 cards out there. So expansion pack 3 will be coming. Oh, they have submitted a 2020 schedule. I believe we're aiming for a February or March set 3 date, followed with probably more intro decks slash structure decks. But I think there'd be intro decks with
new intro decks, new champs.
You can have in the store, pull out and play, and hopefully we make those pretty competitive. So that's probably all. We'll do much more on products and so forth. So before I turn it over, you want to flip flop?
Yeah,
upcoming news,
I do kind of want to.
And then R&D will flip flop that, and then what about opening this pack and spoiling this card? I think I should spoil this when we go into the R&D set 2 update.
Okay, yeah, we can do that, and then we can open the pack.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Thanks, Scarlett. Give me some attention. So I bring my dog to work every day, so she's ready for some attention. So, all right, so we're going to flip this around. So why don't you go upcoming news and content.
Expansion pack 3 will contain no
So
new
R&D
no
really
cards
wants to,
from future sets,
connect with the
like the
players.
previous.
We're gonna
Since
publish
people don't
articles,
like that,
for decks,
it'll only be
regional
new
reports,
cards and full arts of
championship
popular cards.
articles.
That's from Jeff Jones.
We've got a lot of exciting content that we're working on for these news contents. We hope to have them up in the next week or 2 to start, and then after that, feedback from the community of what you'd like to hear, and then we'll go from there. The main topic of this live stream, I think, is this R&D 2 set update. With set 2 comes a new ban list.
Ooh.
So we're going to go ahead and announce the ban list today.
Ooh, ban list.
On the ban list is going to be Sylphia, Spirit of Air.
Sylphia.
We've heard a lot of feedback about Sylphia. We understand the feedback of Sylphia, and we decided to ban it effective November 14th.
November 14th, guys.
The other card on the ban list is Gloom Oligarch. This is a pretty obvious ban here. It creates an infinite loop with the mutation 002 Repibloom, as well as with some other cards that we have paid attention to. So those 2 cards will
Rip
be
Gloom.
banned effective November 14th. It should be up on the website after this live stream goes.
So we didn't. So you just. My dog's barking. I wasn't paying too much attention here.
Yeah,
I apologize. So we went with the ban list.
Yep, the 2 cards, Sophia and Gloom Oligarch, are being banned effective November 14th.
So that's one way to get rid of the
legal
infinite
at
loop.
Columbus. They'll still be regional or regionals before Columbus and after Columbus that they'll be legal for. But once set 2 drops, those 2 cards will be banned.
So this is November 14th?
Yep.
So, and you talked about a watch list?
Yeah, so we also have a watch list. Obviously, Aragon is going to be unsuspended when set 2 releases. He is on the watch list to make sure that he does not need to be banned. We have some other cards on the watch list. We are aware of a lot of the interactions that the community is talking about. The game is very young, so I think there's a lot that the community hasn't experienced.
People going crazy in the
with our
comments.
Cards. Omega Magic Yami, Mayu the Grand Sorceress, and then Mutation are all cards that we're looking out for, making sure they don't
Watch
get out of
list.
hand, making sure that they are promoting fair and equal gameplay for both players in all elements.
Yeah, so basically just reading the comments, wild. They didn't do anything to 002. I'm not a card gamer, I don't play. I listen, they come in, they explain this stuff to me. I dumb it down, or you dumb it down for me to understand.
Oof. Spicy stuff today.
Not being a card gamer and kind of listening to why you guys make your decision, are we allowed to talk why I read so many comments wanting to ban that card, or we should ban that? And another thing that comes up is, and I walked in this morning saying this, I really feel that the majority of R&D team here, Jeff, Ryan, people have tested, not all of you, but the majority of you think that card technically could be okay.
Right. We think there's a lot in set 2 that hasn't been spoiled yet. There's a lot of set 1 stuff that doesn't have a lot of attention right now that may gain some attention when Repibloom comes out. Ultimately, we don't think there's anything degenerate about Repibloom right now. It is on our watch list for future designs of cards that we do. But we do feel like Repibloom is a fair and it is going to be a very good card. It's going to be pretty meta-defining. People are going to play it a lot. But we do think there are answers to Repibloom.
I have received a lot of Facebook messages in the last couple of days. I haven't opened a majority of them. I suck at Facebook Messenger. But when they're short and to the point, it pops up on my phone. And I believe you banned the card Bloom.
Yeah, Gloom Oligarch.
Gloom.
Yes.
So multiple times I've had people, Jim, you guys should look at this. Jim, this is your prop. Jim, get rid of this. Your life, Jim. So I don't get too involved with you guys. I ask questions. What's going to happen? What's the player base going to think? But a lot has been going on, and I don't want to lose focus. And we talked and we hit on where there was a little dull between set 1 and set 2 coming out. But it's also important that we keep things healthy for locals. And Aragon, I take the blame. We pushed that card.
Eric Goodwin, I will work for R&D for free. Please just unban Sophia.
Looking at me saying it just
might be a little too late, bro.
We needed to do something, and then I take the blame on that. And obviously, that created the suspension. We listened, we suspended. I know that card games don't want to ban cards, but we want to keep a healthy format. We know from a business aspect that players don't like playing against things locally, but those are the same cards. So there's different reasons to do stuff. So you're updating the ban list. I learned that we had a watch list for the first time this morning. I had a Google. I had a Google Drive share with me that said watch list. I'm like, well, What is this?
Yeah.
So then I said, can this be public? And I think it's fair. It doesn't mean you're going to ban it or do anything with it.
Right.
and so forth. So
I think it's good to have a watch list.
hopefully
Watch list is
this would
means they're actively paying attention. So I
answer
think
a
that's a
lot
good
of
thing.
questions on 002. And to be a little bit more transparent,
Yeah.
I would say that, we're learning on R&D. We have a little bit of a changeover here. We got a new R&D team in. Fortunately, the last R&D team are still involved in play testing. They're still part of our family at Argent Saga. And we're a little bit behind the ball on some things here, and we're catching up. But it's a lot easier to catch up with reading good comments and good criticism and stuff. So hopefully this works. I know there's no way we come to work every day knowing we're going to please everyone. One of the hardest things for me over the last since spoils started was this 002.
Yeah.
And to be completely transparent, there's one point where you were in meetings, not just you, but R&D and Brad, and I said, well, there's a lot of talk about 002. A lot of people are saying, well, let the spoilers come out. And you guys pretty much said they're really, I don't know if I want to get in
Jeff
trouble.
Jones says there are
There's no
2
answer
and
for
3
this.
minute answers
Spoilers
that do
come
not
out. Am I
target.
getting that right?
There are
Guess he's
there are
talking
some
about
cards that
002.
will help deal with it.
Yeah.
There's no specific card that says blow up mutation 002 or stop it from.
Yeah, and this is where I get from meeting with you guys that not everybody, it might not be an issue. If it is, it's on the watch list.
Yeah.
So we're learning. You guys are learning. I can't help you design cards, unfortunately. I am in meetings. I try to be a leader and try to organize, and unfortunately beat you guys up a little bit. You have to dumb things down, but so hopefully this works. We did talk about other ways to do things. I don't know if I should, but you guys had.
We had a list of options going into the day.
And to be honest with you, all those options would have worked in some certain way. So thank you to everybody who gave back feedback to us. But they do walk in the office. They do give me news. I do ask why can't we spoil a card so everybody understands them? And then that's when I learned we might have to do something else.
Right.
So, also, do I get to spoil this card? So before we open up the questions, I've been blessed with some more news. So I said, let
Spoilers,
me
here we go,
spoil
guys.
this card. Yeah. So don't get too excited, but we're human.
It's one less spoil for Harold.
We'll get better, I promise you. I'm very excited about the strong team we have now. We're definitely learning, but Brad looked at me a day or two ago and said, Jim, we spelled a word wrong, a name wrong. So, yeah, let me spoil this one. So, you guys have seen it. This is an expansion pack too.
Right.
So
This is a card we already have.
my awesome team.
Oh boy.
I did not proofread.
Typos.
Spelled kite, K-I-T-E. Yeah. So go ahead and talk about that card.
Sure. So it's the Kite Shard from Expansion 1. It is a rare in this set, and it looks beautiful. Kite is spelled K-I-T-E
Ooh.
in this set.
Poor Kite.
So that's it. So
Yeah.
we'll go to some questions. Want me to open one pack up?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for.
See what we get.
All right. We'll spoil. So we could be spoiling a card, or it could be something that you guys already have. So.
Do you want to hide the box topper from them?
Yeah, I guess we're going to open a box.
Oh, no,
on
you gotta
screen
spoil that too.
at the very end.
Yep.
And that's the last card that gets spoiled is the box topper.
The box topper will probably be spoiled on stream, round 1 or 2.
I thought I would spoil it when.
We could save it till the very end.
Yeah. So when you guys open the box up, then we could.
Looks like we're only getting one box topper this time, guys.
So save it at the event. So. All right, I can open one pack, Revelations. So it's pretty boring for me. I'll let you do it.
Okay.
Let me see.
It's a nice card as well.
That one?
They don't know about that.
Oh, here you go.
All right.
Oh,
So
Here
the
we go,
first card we
spoilers.
have is Mara the Mischievous Witch. We actually saw this yesterday. It's actually really awesome because it's got a store name in the background if you guys can catch that. Then we have, I'm going to save this card. This card's kind of special. We'll save
What are you
this.
saving it for?
Saving it for Halloween.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, come
Wait for
on.
Halloween on that card.
This one's Order of the Rose Knight. We saw this one, I want to say, yesterday with TCG Scrubs. They spoiled this for us. Song in the Sky. This was a preview card for our October LGS kits.
Yes, I've seen that foil version.
Red Rose Knight. I want to say that we have already seen this one. If we haven't, I'll go over it. Red Rose Knight is a Rose Knight, 2 cost 1,000, has Guardian. When this card uses Guardian, you can add a target gear from your discard zone to your hand. While this card is equipped with a gear, units adjacent to it get plus 500 in Guardian. So this should help the Rose Knight. The Rose Knights band together, kind of like a knight army would.
Good.
Transmutation Circle. This is a 1-drop black spell, purple spell. Exhaust, offering 1. Send the top card of your deck to the discard zone. So this is nice for discard decks that rely on.
I'm sitting here wondering how come we can't pop these images up on the screen, but there's no way he would have known what pack I
Yeah,
opened. Huh?
there's no way he would have known what cards we've got.
I bet you if this is Magic the Gathering, they would have known.
They probably would have had all
Right.
the cards ready.
That company, yeah. If I could scan it.
Sea Sand Nomad is a 2-drop green unit for 2,000 power. When this card attacks, return target unit you control to its other hand. So that we should really beef up the air decks and
Yeah.
help them get some power. We got a foil common, Silverstone Sentinel. This card's really awesome. It helps deal with Aragon. A lot of people complain about Aragon. 3-drop Argent common for 2,000 unit. Once per turn, your opponent activates or triggers the ability of their champion or spirit. You can choose 1, draw a card, or expel target card from opponent's discard zone.
That's pretty
So
good.
whenever Aragon goes to use the ability, you can go ahead and expel the card they target.
So the players are asking if we could zoom in on these. I don't know if we can or not. Can we? We
Uh,
could take a
Devin,
picture.
do you want to just show it to the camera?
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to work, but we can definitely. We're going to get spoiled. Some content creators and some more spoiling coming. So hopefully that worked.
So then our rare for the pack is Queen of the Sandsea. It's a 3-drop unit for 1,500. Air unit. Arrive. Take control of target unit with cost 2 or less as long as you control this card. So that should really help air decks. I know a lot of the feedback from the community was that air didn't have enough stuff to really push it over the edge. So this set should help that a lot. And then the last card is Argent Shard. And this is alternate art from the very first Argent Shard.
Awesome.
Yeah.
New art.
This is a magic artist, I believe, or somebody. So there's something popped in my head. So someone asked me today, did I see Jeff Jones's comment on set 3? So there's something in here reminded me of that, but some more support. There was an expansion pack. I don't know if you want to touch on that. But we'll stick around for 7-10 minutes for some questions.
Yeah.
So, did we cover everything, Dane?
I think I've got everything covered on my sheet that I wanted to go over.
All right. And again, just touch on a couple key points.
Yeah, Goodwin seemed to have a few questions.
If anybody thinks that we've been too personal or I've been too personal with them, I apologize earlier at the very beginning. Rest assured, no one has ever been banned in Argent Saga for any criticism. We might time you out. We might ask you to calm down, but you can come directly to Vince, any of the R&D guys. I'm usually pretty open. I don't do a lot of Facebook messaging. I always answer email. So we start off with addressing a little bit of the drama going on. We're going to keep moving forward. Apologize for that. Organized play, we love it. Team Wars coming. I guess I spoiled that we do plan on doing a championship, a 3-versus-3 championship in the future.
Some good stuff.
To get people going, get your teams going. Winner, promotional stuff. But the main thing I hope the players like about that is our team jersey guys will be creating team jerseys for them.
Very strong
We
prize.
talked a little bit about product expansion pack 3. We listened, made some changes, and then what everybody probably tuned in for would have been go ahead, your
The update with the ban list for set 2.
BRL. Are we
Yep.
going to add the word S to the BRL list, or is
We
this
can
going
for
to be our,
suspension.
I don't know, I hope we never have to suspend another card.
Yeah.
So, but okay, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask. For those of you hashtagging free Tata, I have a phone call with him tomorrow. So I
John gets the
this has
hashtag. Nice.
got a little bit spun out, so we haven't talked. So that is on the agenda for tomorrow, Thursday. I was not going to work tomorrow, but I'm going to come in tomorrow for a few hours. So I'm painting my new office at my house, get ready for winter. Yeah. So, all right, let's see. Are the questions behind, Devin?
Yeah, there should be.
So I got to go down. All right, so excited. All right, I'll just read a couple comments. I'm going to move my phone over so you can see it. We were definitely learning. Thank you for the patience. So this Joseph Gray, I think I know that name. He
Yeah,
says,
you got second place at Richmond.
Are y'all really going to just let Juggernaut exist like that?
Yeah, Juggernaut is not on our watch list, but it's definitely a card that we pay close attention to.
Okay, so will Sylvia ever be back or unbanned?
I think there is room for Sylvia to be back or unbanned, but I can't elaborate on if or when.
Hi, Eric. Eric has many questions. We can do another phone call. Message me, and we'll talk again.
There you go, Eric.
We talked yesterday, but hopefully I can talk to you again, Eric. Hi, Eric. So, Randy Martin, shard point question.
Okay.
I have my shard points on my table. My kids spilled a drink on them. Can I still turn them in if they're white? Yes. So if they're damaged, router damage, I would say sort of like a whatever we do for a United States dollar bill or so forth. As long as it's pretty much we know that was it. So, do you guys have plans to publish top 8 lists for regionals? We do not currently have any plans for that.
That should be done by the store itself.
The top 8
The store should be able to do that, post it onto the Argent Saga
publish,
websites,
exciting or
Facebooks,
innovative
whatever.
decks
Yes,
from
and
regionals.
we do make the regionals FedEx us within a week, all their deck lists.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's the first season of regionals. They're not all scanning the top 8 deck lists, sending them in. So there's no consistent way to do that. But hopefully, you talked a
Trying to
little
read
bit
some of
about
these
having
comments
some
here.
content. I believe Jeff says he'll write our
Ban and Gloom Orlark has little to no effect on 002. You simply shouldn't have banned Orlark.
Maybe I can articulate an article, someone will type it up.
Well, we'll see what happens.
So and then we're going to be looking to hire content. I don't know if you would say.
Yeah, so we're going to reach out
or-
to community members for content if they want to publish on the main page.
That's
All
us.
right, so
Hopefully we gotta get in there. Love to
So-
spoil a card.
Todd
There's
wants
some
me to
questions
show
here.
respect. I don't know what I did there. Juggle gets to go live. Will promo cards like Natsu and Jeezy Yuki think be printed in normal sets? Promos are kind of hard to get. So we could. I mean, it's hard.
Promos should be promos,
Hunter
man.
on
I'm not-
three
I'm not
different
all
cards
about
to go up,
reprinting
but there's a
this.
chance the stuff can be reprinted in sets. I'm pretty sure we were doing preview cards, and then we put in a set. One of the cards you got in this pack was a promo. Now you can get it in the pack. So, but there is a chance. Yuki, for example, I'll just be honest. I don't know if Yuki is going to be out after
After this month.
this month. This week you'll see another Yuki, or next week, but there's another Yuki coming. Only 1,000 of those Yukis, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Ooh, stamped
But,
Yukis. Ouch.
After that, that is a card that
that's
we're
going
not
to be a
running
kick in
in,
the pants.
so
That's going to be
it's okay,
expensive.
but we're only talking that. But the object is to always get cards out there, but also kind of have a little treasure trove here over time. Oh, is there going to be an invitational outside of nationals? Oh, we have regionals, Argent Cups, and then nationals. So no invitational. Our national championship is an invitational. So you have to have an invite to attend it. The first year, you can rest assured, we will have a last chance qualifier on Friday. So if you're not able to get out there, those will be limited. So you definitely want to get out and do regionals and so forth. So
At least we got LCQs. That's good.
Dallas and Vegas will have those up Thursday, Friday. Dallas is actually in Fort Worth, Texas. It is the first weekend in January, the 3rd to the 5th, I believe. I could be off a day. Then we will take it out to the west side of the country. I don't want to get in trouble for saying West Coast. It's Vegas. So we'll be out in Vegas on the west side of the country in February, the 3rd week, at Level Up Expo. And then that is it. So we're starting to look around for March. We're looking at where our communities are growing. You'll probably see a poll. Hey, where should we schedule a championship? We're going to look at the results of that poll. So, for instance, I'm already looking for New Jersey area. We haven't been out there yet. Atlantic City, outside New York City, somewhere like
Philly,
that.
come on, bring it home.
Yep. Why did the kite metal card get moved? I'm not familiar with that.
So we did span Luna over October and November.
Oh, there was a delay, and yeah, there was a delay. So the kite card, it wasn't moved back too far, was it just a month?
I think it was moved back to 2 months, maybe.
Yeah. So because of the attendance of regionals, we're going to be doing less regional starting cups. So because of based on the inventory, the number of champions coming out, and we made there's a delay from where we get those made. So it was one of the main reasons that we went into that. So you want to go and say why Gloom's banned, or
So Gloom does create an infinite loop with Rapper Bloom. Gloom also had a few other reasons why it was banned. The Mayu combo with Aragon is pretty nasty, and so we didn't want that to exist either.
okay. And then it says, do you guys have anything planned for Christmas? No. It's too late. It would have taken too long. We would not have been able to get a Helena and a elf costume. However, hopefully we start hitting holidays next year. We don't even think we can hit Valentine's Day, but we're going to try.
Yeah.
Will the watch list be on the website? I think so. We're going to put it on
So we're going to keep the watch list private to ourselves, but I
Oh.
do hope to publish an article on the news page about the watch list.
So you'll update them through content?
Yep.
Okay. I did not know that. Did you guys learn lessons from Sophia?
We did learn lessons
Okay.
from Sylvia. Yes.
So we were learning from our issues.
Yep.
John wants a Damien
I
card.
know.
Free Aragon. I believe we free Aragon on November 14th.
Yep.
November 14th is going to be crazy. Set 2,
You
Argon.
cannot get a phone call with
Gloom.
RB. However, you can visit with them at a championship.
Yeah.
So we'll always have at least one. I know Damien will be there. We're in Ohio, which is 99 miles. 99, not 100. 99 miles down the street. So hopefully it's an opportunity to meet Rydon. I hear a rumor Jeff could be there. So Ohio would be a great opportunity to meet our D team.
Long, awkward
Here's
pause.
one. Alex Blandon.
Okay.
So he's saying you guys banned Gloom. It has little to no effect on 002. You simply should have just banned Oligarch.
So even without 002, Oligarch was on our list, and we were looking into banning it. So 002 just kind of amplified that problem.
And like
Made
I
it-
said,
made
the
it easy.
majority, Jeff, Brian, Austin, all the people in the past, some of the play testers, some think along with Alex here, but the majority in our meetings was that they do believe it's not as big of a, but that's why it's on the watch list. So, when did the bans go into effect?
November 14th, when Set 2 Revelations comes out.
Why didn't 002 get hit? Is it because you want to sell products?
002 is a common.
Okay.
So.
No, definitely not. Oh, wait. But I was pretty upset that, why is everybody so hyper over common spoils? So that made us take a look at Set 3.
Yep.
So yeah, I did catch on to that too. So no, it has nothing to do with selling product. If it was about selling product, we would not have exclusive or new promo cards at events. We just put them in booster boxes and you have to buy it. So we think that it's a different way to get it out there. Players come to the event, can introduce into the secondary market, which is the same philosophy of getting it in a booster pack. So hopefully by putting butts in seats at locals, people want to buy packs, support that store, and that's how we do sell products. So hopefully it all comes together in the same thing. Dell, I don't understand. Okay, I think he's replying to somebody. Will there always be promos that are standard legal but not available to pull from packs? I don't understand that.
Basically, like the championship promos that we have.
Okay, so they could.
He's just asking, will that always be a thing?
Will there always be promos that are standard legal but not available to pull? Oh yeah, there could be. So if you're doing the math, none of our promo cards, and if there is, it's coming out the next month, are harder to get than some cards in our booster packs because of the rarity. So don't think that card's harder to get because it came out at an event. I guess you can still get it, just like pulling a really hard card to get. But think about it like you're getting it early. So for instance, Yuki was Kickstarter. We had to wait a little bit, but then you got it at an LGS. So it's just a different way to get cards out. Mathematically, we know the number out there, and when we look at it, it's safe.
As long as they continue to make the championship cards, LGS promos, I don't see an issue with it. But when it's just the championship promo and it doesn't get an LGS print, then I can see an issue.
So soon, and probably next week, maybe before Ohio, we will add the December regionals. So the thing we can do to speed up matches right now is Set 2.
Yep. Set 2 will definitely speed the game up.
Set 2 is going to be pretty quick.
MacGyver wants to know, you can contact the ARG Custom guys. So ARG Custom just message me, MacGyver. I'll send you a link. Will wants to know, is there any plans or thoughts on a better Eris system? So Eris isn't perfect, but for a new trading card game with us, and we have no budget, our budget's all in for the game. We're pretty happy with it. There's a lot of cool things to do with it. Bushiroad doesn't have a good software system. Forcible never had a good software system. I'm not sure about Final Fantasy. So our software system isn't the best. It's right in the middle in our opinion. Mike is awesome. Mike keeps working on it. Plays our game. He tweaks it. He was on the phone with a regional this past weekend. So we're going to keep working on it because I couldn't call anyone else and say make teams work.
Right.
So that's what I get with Mike. Is there better software out there? Absolutely. But it wouldn't be able to do all the things that Mike, who plays the game, would be able to do. We'd be stuck with whatever that software did. And we definitely don't have the budget for something like that.
I feel like Eris is pretty good. I'm sure it will get better as time goes on. But I definitely think it's a good spot right now. And when we get to Team Wars and they get that all ironed out, I think Eris will be pretty good.
So Game Masters is on a case-by-case basis. You just contact Damien. He has a one-on-one conversation. Yep. And how is the Game Master program working?
The Game Master's program is progressing pretty well, but slowly at this point. I've been learning a lot as I start the program up. The few Game Masters that I have now are helping me learn a lot. So in the future, hopefully after Columbus, I can get a lot more work done.
Okay, good. So I think I told you it was a marathon.
Yeah.
So it basically just is a little slow.
And we get a lot of product in November that will help the Game Master program as well.
Yeah, and there's some we're experimenting one-on-one. We have meetings. You update me on it. But these game masters are going into stores where there's no stores. They're getting 4, 6, 10 players to demo the game. They're introducing it. They're picking the local up. We're trying to get product to them. So it's a case-by-case basis for sure. Pokemon. You got to play Pokemon for that food break at a tournament.
Yeah, that's a Pokemon thing.
Yeah, we don't do food breaks. But if the game doesn't
Why?
speed up,
Just get the
we
game
might
done.
have to. So play faster, get a break. In Argent
Nobody wants to
Saga,
be there for 8, 12, 10 hours a day.
Rounds, so. Do you have plans to print all Champion Spirit Metal? Also, yes, Ben. Yeah, we do. We're working on product now. We got in 10 or 15 collectible metal cards that preview at Columbus, where I know there's shards and legendary shards and stuff like that. So on the prize wall, there's going to be new cards. We also have on order a full art metal card. We don't know what those are going to look like. We're pretty excited about the full art jumbo cards. So we do have plans on coming out with metal. You can buy on our website, maybe send them to the high performance stores. It's going to be a little higher price point, but we definitely plan on doing that, yes.
It's good. Get it out there.
Are these repeating or am I going backwards? Oh, someone put that there. We do not allow pass down of invites. Do we feel the events being so close together, is it going to affect player count? Yeah, it affects player count. Richmond and Columbus are pretty close together.
Yep. Plus, we had regionals that weekend
booking
too.
an event is pretty difficult. Now you're going to go a little bit longer. We're going to be the first weekend in November, but we're not to Orlando in December for 6 weeks. So you are going to. I was just happy that we had a 2-week break.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I screwed up and we only had a 1-week break. So I was putting a lot of pressure on everyone for a week, and I had the wrong date, and everybody thought I was just going crazy, but no, I had the wrong date. Yeah. So it just is going to work out that way. But the good part is, if they couldn't get off work 2 weeks ago, maybe they were able to get off work for this one. So yeah, but we do these championships for you. They're going to happen regardless of the turnout. The better the turnout, the healthier the game is. But we're always going to try to do that. But this is definitely just celebration weekends for us. So we're probably getting down to, we got to wrap this up. So I'm going to scan through real quick. You can always email info@argentsaga.com. So if we didn't get to your question or accidentally skipped over it, just email info@argentsaga, and we can probably go ahead and do that. So well, there's a lot of questions here. It's a lot of chat. So yeah. I don't know if I'm missing anything. So let's say it was just turned into chat from what we were talking about. So, oh Lord. All right. So one last question. I'm at the very end. So since invites don't pass down, can they be guaranteed for regional top 4 or top 8? Then increase it there, or so the game cache. I don't understand that question, to be honest with you. Invites never have passed down. They're 1 per 8 players.
Yep.
Or I added whatever the top cut is. So it's either the greater number.
Yep.
So we don't pass down. However, if you have 240 people there, and you get 30 invites are passed out, you cut to the top 32, we give out 2 additional invites. So unfortunately, they don't pass down.
Yep.
Go to the events. It's an invitational.
Still got
But
LCQs.
there's no plans on passing it out. We did go back and forth on it. A lot of games do it. We're a smaller team. It's a little bit more to manage. So it's a good idea, but based on some of the things we want to do with teams and other tracking and so forth, we're just not going to be able to do that. So, but that's probably it. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for being part of our community. Like I said on Sunday, we know you have a choice of what trading card game you play. So for those playing Argent Saga, very much, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we'll keep striving to get better each and every day. We'll try to eliminate the mistakes, but I've been in this industry for 20 years. We're still going to make them, but we'll try to correct them and learn and make them better. So once again, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll be back.
No, it looks like they cut it off there. That's where we're going to cut it here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Later.